CIA director warned Russian security service chief about interference in election. Former CIA Director John Brennan said Tuesday that he personally warned the head of Russia's intelligence service last year that Moscow's interference in the U.S. election would backfire and cause severe damage to the country's relationship with the United States. Describing a previously undisclosed high-level discussion between Washington and Moscow, Brennan said in a phone conversation with the head of Russia's domestic security service, the FSB, that American voters would be outraged by any Russian attempt to interfere in the election. In congressional testimony, Brennan said that such meddling would destroy any near-term prospect of improvement in relations between the United States and Russia. Brennan said that the FSB chief, Alexander Bortnikov, twice denied that Russia was waging such a campaign, but said he would carry Brennan's message to Russian President Vladimir Putin. "I believe I was the first U.S. official to brace Russia on this matter," Brennan said. His remarks came at the start of his testimony before the House Intelligence Committee as part of that panel's ongoing investigation of a Russian influence campaign in the 2016 presidential election, as well as whether there was collusion or coordination between Moscow and members of the Trump campaign. Brennan led the CIA during a critical period last year when U.S. intelligence agencies concluded that Russia was not only attempting to disrupt the election but was actively seeking to defeat Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton and help elect Trump. Brennan was among the top officials who briefed then-President-elect Trump on that conclusion, which represented the consensus view of the CIA, the FBI and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Brennan became so alarmed by the Russian intervention last fall that he held classified meetings with top congressional officials to impress upon them the unprecedented nature of Moscow's interference. Brennan testified that he was disturbed by intelligence that surfaced last year showing a pattern of contacts between Russian agents or representatives and individuals with links to the Trump campaign. "I was aware of intelligence and information about contacts between Russian officials and U.S. persons that raised concerns in my mind," Brennan said. He emphasized that the information he saw did not amount to proof of collusion or cooperation between Trump associates and Russia, but said that it served as the basis for the FBI investigation. With that remark, Brennan appeared to identify the point of origin of the FBI investigation that began last July, the first time that a U.S. official has provided insight into what prompted the Bureau probe. He said that the targets of those Russian approaches may not even have been aware of the nature of the contacts, because Russian services often disguised their efforts by using intermediaries. Many times, U.S. individuals do not know that the individual they are interacting with is a Russian, Brennan said. The former CIA chief is the latest in a series of senior Obama administration officials to appear publicly before Congress in hearings that have often produced damaging headlines for Trump. Earlier this month, former acting Attorney General Sally Yates testified that she expected White House officials to take action after warning that then National Security Advisor Michael T. Flynn had misled administration officials about his contacts with Russia. At that same hearing, former Director of National Intelligence James R. Clapper Jr. said that Moscow's leaders must be congratulating themselves for having exceeded their wildest expectations with a minimal expenditure of resource, a reference not only to the outcome of the 2016 race, but the chaos that has characterized the early months of the Trump administration. Brennan has feuded publicly with Trump over the president's treatment of intelligence agencies. In January, he lashed out at Trump for comparing U.S. spy agencies to Nazi secret police. Brennan was particularly offended by Trump's remarks during a speech at CIA headquarters on the day he was inaugurated. Trump used the CIA's Wall of Honor, a collection of engraved stars marking lives of agency operatives killed in the line of duty, to launch a rambling speech in which he bragged about his election victory. Brennan called the appearance despicable and said that Trump should be ashamed. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel to watch the next video. Goodbye.